How's it going, my peeps? It is now time for the Raw results / highlights and review video. I'll go over what happened on Raw, the results, some of the highlights in my opinion, and give you guys my thoughts on the show. So it all kicks off with a weird start to Raw. Even the commentators pointed that out. It was a triple threat match between Colter, Big E Langston, and Ricardo Rodriguez. Basically, all the managers of the guys involved in the World Heavyweight Championship match at Extreme Rules. And the reason for that is the winner of that matchup would, I guess the person they're managing would get to choose which match type, the stipulation for the triple threat match at Extreme Rules. The matchup had actually a lot of interference from Dolph, you had Jack Swagger interfering, you had AJ, a bunch of them interfering. In the end, Big E Langston clotheslined Jack Swagger out of the ring and took himself out in the process. And Ricardo Rodriguez rolled up Colter for the 1-2-3 to win the matchup, so that means Del Rio gets to choose the stipulation for the triple threat match at Extreme Rules. And after that, they have John Cena actually bring out some Make-A-Wish Foundation kids up to the stage, and he introduces them, and he also tells them to tell the people what of these superstar names they chose, because for today they're honorary WWE superstars, so they all say their names, the crowd cheers, and that is pretty much it. And then after that, it was Randy versus Cody Rhodes, and Cody actually hit the crossroads, and Randy Orton kicked out of that. So then following that, Cody went for the disaster kick, but Randy caught him with the RKO in midair, got the victory. After the matchup, Matt Striker asked Randy about WrestleMania. Says it's been 3 weeks since WrestleMania, where your partner, The Big Show, betrayed you, hit you with the knockout punch. How do you feel about that? Does it still haunt you? Randy says it fuels him, and he's never felt so extreme. And then Cody Rhodes tries to run up to him to attack him, but Randy catches him with another RKO, and that was it for the segment. And then you see Nikki Bella and Brie Bella backstage preparing for the match. And they're talking about the reality show, the Divas reality show, and stuff like that. And then they show a promo of that. And then they're inside the ring, and it's Brie Bella versus Naomi. Brie Bella wins when she makes the switch with Nikki, and Nikki rolls up Naomi. And after the matchup, Cameron and Naomi complain to the referee, and the referee reverses the decision, and he disqualifies Brie Bella, says he saw what they did, or, he knows they made the switch. So then the Bellas get angry at that, so they go inside the ring, they attack Naomi and Cameron and take them out. Afterwards, the Shield come out to explain their actions, or not explain their action, but cut a promo basically. They cut a promo on every single person they've taken out. They show pictures of every person they've taken out, and then they talk about The Undertaker, which they took out on SmackDown. And then 3MB interrupt them. They come out, and pretty much they want some payback from, the last time where the Shield attacked 3MB. So 3MB surround the ring like the Shield usually does. They get inside the ring, but the Shield take them down, and they've got the advantage. They've got them down. And then Team Hell No come out, and the Shield just runs away, runs outside the ring, even though it was 2-on-3. And Kane and Daniel Bryan take out 3MB with Kane chokeslamming. I think it was Heath Slater, or might have been Jinder, I'm not sure. One of them, he chokeslams one of them as a message to the Shield. And then John Cena's backstage with a medic. The medic's taping up John Cena's foot. Ryback comes up to him, and he says, you can tape that up as much as you want, but you're still hurt. Cena says, yeah, hurt, not injured, he can still go. And he says, besides, I can do better on one leg than you can do on two. Ryback says, I can't take that chance, and then leaves. Then after that, Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. Great match between the two. And Kofi came close to winning the matchup a bunch of times, especially that one time where he hit Trouble in Paradise. Went for the cover, but Dolph was close to the ropes, and AJ grabbed Dolph's leg and put it over the bottom rope. And then the referee saw that, so, Dolph, I guess, kicked out because of that, or, he stopped the count. And eventually, I think AJ distracted Kofi, or actually no, Kofi went for a crossbody. He went for the second crossbody of the matchup, I believe, and he missed, and Dolph followed that up with the Zig Zag for the victory. And after the match, Big E Langston attacked Kofi Kingston, hit the the big ending twice on Kofi. After that, Ziggler, Big E, and AJ are walking backstage. They run into Natalya and Kaitlyn, and then somebody comes up to them with a gift, and AJ think it's for her, but it's actually for Kaitlyn. It's a gift from a secret admirer. After that, they show some video packages of the Triple H and Brock Lesnar feud for their steel cage match. And then you see Vickie and Brad Maddox backstage, and Ryback comes up to them, and he doesn't want to face the Shield on his own due to, John Cena's injury. He feels like, it's only him versus the Shield. So they propose Team Hell No and Ryback versus the Shield, but Ryback says Ryback rules, and he doesn't understand. He doesn't trust Team Hell No. He's been there, done that, trusts neither one of those guys, and he just says no and leaves. Swagger then comes out for a matchup, followed by Zack Ryder, who's his opponent. Zack Ryder gets on the microphone, actually, and he replays Zeb Colter's loss to Ricardo Rodriguez. Gets in the ring, the match goes on. Jack Swagger wins with the gut-wrench powerbomb. Actually, no. Did he win with the gut-wrench powerbomb? No, I think he hit the gut-wrench powerbomb, and then he locked in the Patriot Lock, and Jack Swagger tapped out. After the matchup, Zeb Colter punched Jack Swagger for payback for showing that video on the Titantron. After that, Mark Henry goes to the ring with some ropes, and he challenges two people to basically a tug-of-war, where, they're both holding one end of the rope, and they're trying to pull each other over the line, the red line. So, Tensai comes out first. Tensai grabs one end of the rope, Mark Henry grabs the other. Mark Henry easily pulls Tensai, to the other side, over the rope, over the line. Brodus then comes out, Mark Henry wins once again. And then Sheamus comes out and tells Mark Henry, come on, just one more opponent. Mark Henry initially says no, but Sheamus tells him, are you scared? You're the world's strongest slam, but you're scared. So Mark Henry eventually says, alright, bring it on. So Sheamus goes to the ring, grabs his end of the rope, Mark Henry grabs his end, and so far it's the toughest challenge for Mark Henry yet. It seemed like Mark Henry was about to win, but then Sheamus lets go of the rope, so Mark Henry falls, and then he hits him with a bro kick, and that is it. And then backstage is Vickie, Brad Maddox, and Team Hell No. They break the news to Team Hell No that Ryback doesn't want to team with them, and Kane says it doesn't matter or something like that, and that's the way they want it. So the main event is now changed to Team Hell No versus the Shield in a 2-on-3 handicap match. After Team Hell No leave, Vickie tells Brad Maddox that she wants Brad to do one more thing, and she whispers something in his ear. After that, you see John Cena backstage, and he seems ready for a matchup. Brad Maddox comes up to him, and John Cena tells him that he wants in on the matchup in the main event. He's not letting Team Hell No fight the Shield, in a handicap match. Brad Maddox tells him he's hurt, and John Cena says, you'll be hurt if you don't put me in that matchup. So Brad Maddox leaves. Actually, during that promo, I forgot to point out that Cena called Brad Maddox Braden Walker. Anyways, after that, Del Rio faced off against Antonio Cesaro, and it was a decent match. Del Rio wins with the Cross Armbreaker. After the matchup, he announces that the triple threat match will be a ladder match. That's the stipulation he chooses. And then after that, Fandango and Great Khali have a dance-off. For the matchup, Jerry the King Lawler asks Khali and Fandango a couple questions about Chris Jericho and Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that. They answer the questions. And then the dance-off starts. Khali and Natalya starts. They do their dance thingy. And then Fandango and Summer Rae. And then, they ask the crowd who they think, did the better job. The crowd cheers for Khali. And then half the crowd, and half, it's like half and half for Fandango. Actually, mostly boos. Yeah, Khali wins the dance-off. After that, Fandango attacks Khali, hits the top rope leg drop, and then leaves. And then it was time for John Cena versus Team Hell No. The ending came when John Cena got tagged in and Roman Reigns got tagged in. John Cena was about to win. He hit his shoulder tackles, the back suplex, followed by the 5-knuckle shuffle. But then Seth Rollins got in the ring on the top turnbuckle and jumped, tried to do a crossbody on John Cena. John Cena caught him, and then put him up for the attitude adjustment, but Roman Reigns speared John Cena. Actually, before he speared John Cena, while John Cena had Seth Rollins up for the attitude adjustment. He dropped Seth Rollins because of his leg or his foot. And then that's when Roman Reigns speared him, went for the cover, won the matchup by pinning Cena. So another big victory for the Shield. Although it was, I was expecting the Shield to win. I didn't really expect Cena to be the one to get pinned. So that was pretty cool. Pretty big win for the Shield. And after they won the matchup, Ryback actually came out on stage and stared down Cena. And the commentators went over how Ryback was apparently, he told management, whatever, that he left the arena, but looks like he was there all along, and he just didn't want to be a part of the matchup. So that ends Raw. So what did I think about Raw? Some highlights. That it was a decent Raw in terms of matches. I really liked Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. I'd say that was a highlight. Like the match of the night for me. Also, Del Rio versus Antonio was a pretty good match too. And so highlight of the night, I'd say definitely Dolph versus Kofi, and the Shield getting the victory on John Cena. Roman Reigns getting the pinfall on John Cena. I didn't really expect that. And if I have to give a rating for the show, I'd give it maybe a 6.5 on 10. I think last week I gave it a 6. This week I'm giving it a 6.5. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.